going on, everybody? It's Kanye. Today's video, we're going to be doing another episode of the Play Like a Pro series. Today is going to be another comment request. We had a request for Rasheed Wallace, so I'm going to be making that build today. Before I get into it, I do want to say, I apologize. I know it's been almost 2 weeks since I posted last. So I was on a nice little short vacation, getting a little R&R. I was checking YouTube regularly to make sure, that everything was going smoothly. And, we reached 290 subs. We're so close to 300. I'm recording this now and we're at 290 subs. I can't thank you all enough for your continued support. And I'm going to try to upload as much content as I can over the next week to kind of make up for that time off. Also, I just wanted to throw out there, if y'all want to see some 2K23 content where it's like, opinionated stuff, we can go over news, things like that. Please don't hesitate to drop a comment. And if y'all are interested in that, I'll definitely get some videos out for that. But that being said, we're making Rasheed Wallace today. Rasheed Wallace was a guy, I knew he got a lot of text when he played. I knew he was a solid power forward, but I didn't realize how truly, talented he was as a player until I did some more research. Overshadowed a lot of times with some of the other big name power forwards in the game at the time. So that was kind of a rough situation, but he was one of the first kind of stretch style power forwards that could shoot the three ball really well. So, we're going to make this build have that three ball ability. He was really good inside. He got a lot of put back dunks, was a really strong inside player, and played good defense as well. So, we're going to try and get all that jumbled in to one area. This build is going to be a little bit lower on the playmaking side. He averaged under 2 assists for his career, so we're not going to give that as much of an importance. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to be making a power forward. He's going to be 6'10", so you can make this at the 5. I understand 6'10" is pretty big for the 4. So if you want to make this as a 5 to make sure you're the center in the rec games you're playing in, by all means make it at the 5. It'll just change the badges a little bit. For handedness and jersey number, you can do whatever handedness you want, but jersey number we're going to go with 30. It was Rasheed Wallace's number. His nickname was Dirty 30, so that just lines up really well. For the pie chart, so originally I thought maybe I would do something with the red pie chart in it, knowing that Rasheed Wallace was an elite level defender, solid defender. But when you look at his statistics, he averaged under 7 boards a game for his career, and his season's best, he was at 1.8 blocks and a steal. So we can get those numbers on a build without a red pie chart. So instead of using one of these red pie chart builds, I decided I want to be able to get the most accurate scoring ability I can. So we're going to go with the even blue green. The reason I'm doing the even blue green and not the more blue than green, because he was a really strong finisher inside, and I'd love to have all those finishing badges. When we make this build 6'10", we are going to need to have the even green pie chart just so the rating is high enough, because when we up to 6'10", we lose a lot on our shooting ability. So it's essential to have the even blue green. Now, for the physical profile, he was strong, athletic. I'm going to go with the even split. You can adjust this how you want so that your 2K gameplay, but in terms of making it more like Rasheed Wallace, I'm going to go with the even split. And the even split is a good pie chart for your physicals. Now, I'm going to max my close shot, max driving layup, max driving dunk, max standing dunk. We're going to max our mid-range, our 3-ball, and our free throw. We're going to max our pass accuracy. We're going to max our interior defense, lateral quickness, steal, block, and defensive rebound. Now, I know I said that, Rasheed Wallace wasn't much of a playmaker. The pass accuracy is solely so this build can be good on 2K. If you do not have a pass accuracy, you'll find yourself throwing balls out of bounds in the rec. Now, in the park, you might be fine, but in the rec, you'll throw balls out of bounds. Your passes will be really slow. So we definitely want to have that. With these last 28 points, though, what I will suggest is if you are going to make this at the power forward and you're going to be shooting threes and you're going to have a center on the court with you that's going to be in the paint, don't worry about upgrading this offensive rebound because you're not going to be in there a lot. Take that and upgrade your post control to get you 7 playmaking badges, or, upgrade your post fade and your post hook a little bit so you can have those in your bag. Other option, if you are wanting to play the 5 on this build, go ahead and upgrade your offensive rebound just because you're going to be the only one in the paint at times. So you can definitely do that. That being said, in terms of Rasheed Wallace, I think we do want that little bit of post control. He could, hit post fade. So we honestly can knock the free throw rating down, because looking at his stats, Rasheed Wallace only shot, I think it was around 70% from the free throw line for his career. So if we want to put this at 70 and then give him a little bit of a post fade, by all means, we can do that too. So that's definitely the other option. We do lose some shooting badges that way, but it makes it more like a Rasheed Wallace build. So that is the other option there. That being said, I think I like that more just because it's closer to Rasheed Wallace's game. Again, we do take a hit on the badges, but that was to be expected. So when looking at our attributes here. We're going to see we have 15 finishing badges, 12 shooting, 7 playmaking, 7 defensive rebounding badges. That's going to put us at 41 badges. Not too bad, not great, not bad, but the reason it's that low is because when you put that much of an upgrade on red build on the red area for a blue-green pie chart, you're going to lose a lot of badge opportunities. If you upgrade finishing, shooting, and playmaking on a blue-green pie chart, you'll end up with a ton of badges. But the more you put towards the red, you're going to lose a substantial amount of badges. That being said, that is how we are going to do it to make this like Rasheed Wallace. Again, there are different ways to make this build better, but we're going for accuracy of play. Along with that, you might be wondering, why didn't you touch the ball handle? Just a thing to follow. You can only unlock any type of dribble animation at 70 overall. And that's only a couple. You can't get a full loadout of dribble animations until you're at a 75 overall ball handle. So there's really no point to touch it unless you're going to get into that range. So that being said, let's go ahead and move forward. For our physicals, he was a pretty strong guy. I'm going to go built. We are going to go up to 6'10". Our weight, we're going to lower it some. I want to have, around a 65 speed. Actually, I'd like to get a little bit higher. I don't want to nerf our strength too much. So we'll go right here to where we have the 65 speed, 63 acceleration, 62 strength, 70 vertical, which are good numbers for a 6'10 guy. Now what we'll go ahead and do is we'll go ahead and max out our wingspan. You don't have to max it out all the way. You can just, you can leave it as is to get that 73 ball. But I will tell you, you can hit consistently with the 67, especially from the corner, off catch and shoot opportunities. And I think this is going to give you, you get your better block rating and your better defensive rebound rating, and not to mention the better dunk ratings. That being said, what I probably will do now that I'm looking at the dunk ratings is go ahead and just go to 91 inches. That gives you your 90 standing dunk off rip, so you'll get all the big man contacts from the beginning, and I think I like that better. So looking here, as the build stands, at 99 overall, so you get your plus 40 your attributes, you're going to have a 95 close shot, 78 driving dunk, 94 standing dunk. We're going to have a 74 mid-range, a 72 three ball, which is really, really good. You're going to have a 77 post fade, which you can hit with that. 72 pass act, so you can at least make accurate passes. 70 post control, so you can go with your back to the basket. 71 interior defense, which is really, solid on a build that's going to be this low weight and isn't a defensive pie chart. You're going to have, 64 lateral quickness, 66 steal, an 83 block, which is really good, and an 82 defensive rebound. So those are solid stats for a build that isn't a red pie chart as well. Looking at our physicals, you get a plus 8 because you've got your Gatorade boost and your 99 overall. So we're going to have 73 speed at 6'10", which is solid, 71 acceleration, 78 vertical, and a 68 strength. So, pretty balanced physicals, good solid all-around build. We have the shooting ability, we've got really good finishing ability, we've got solid defensive ability, and we can pass the ball good enough to not turn it over constantly. And then from a physical standpoint, we are fast enough, we can jump really well for a 6'10 guy, and we have the muscle to go with our back to the basket. Now, what I would say for this build, I don't really think you need rim protector at 6'10", plus the fact, we're not, necessarily going to be guarding big since we are a power forward. Slashing badge, you could go with that, but our finishings are already pretty solid, and, anytime we attack the rim, it should be an open lane. You shouldn't be trying to attack the rim off the dribble if there isn't an open lane on this build. So I wouldn't necessarily go with that. The two best options I would say would be post scorer or spot up shooter. Spot up shooter, again, is going to be really good. You do have a low three ball, so if you get this takeover, you are going to be able to, hit shots more consistently. It's going to boost your jump shot rating. That being said, post scoring take I think is going to be the best for this build, just because, you're going to be able to hit post fades. You're going to have more, more post scoring ability when on this. You're going to be stronger. It's going to help you with your inside scoring, your outside scoring, and you still get a little bit of a boost to your shot ratings when on post take. So you can still hit threes more consistently even on this takeover. So I'm going to go with post scoring take. Now, the build we've made here is going to be called a paint defender, and I think this is a really good name for a Rasheed Wallace build because, paint defenders are typically known in 2K to be guys that can defend and shoot the ball, and that's pretty much where Rasheed Wallace was with some added finishing ability. So paint defender, not a name you see very often, not necessarily a rare build name, but definitely not a name you see very often, so it's going to have some uniqueness to it. When we get in here to the badges, we're going to see how we can make this build even a little bit more like Rasheed Wallace and how we can lay it out. If you enjoyed the video up to this point, please don't hesitate to like and subscribe. I appreciate it, and every little bit helps. I appreciate all y'all's love and support. So now let's go ahead and get into the finishing badges. So for Rasheed Wallace, first things first, you always want to have limitless takeoff. I'm going to put it on gold. We want gold post. We'll put Hall of Fame posterizer on. We'll go Hall of Fame slithery. I do want to have silver putback boss on. I want to have bronze Lob City finisher and bronze fearless finisher. Now, something I will tell you, you don't necessarily need Lob City finisher, but Rasheed Wallace could catch those. You could also knock these down to gold since we only have the 15 finishing badges. I think you might want fast twitch on silver. Fearless finisher is also expendable. So what I would probably do, if you want to make this best for 2K, I would go this route and do something like this and get yourself, gold fast twitch, Hoff limitless takeoff, Hoff slithery, and gold posterizer, and then bronze putback boss. That being said, if you want to make it a little more like Rasheed, maybe throw that on silver and give yourself, bronze Lob City finisher. Bronze Lob City finisher, though, isn't necessarily a necessity. It's just Rasheed Wallace, right? Other ones that would be good for Rasheed Wallace, again, would be fearless, back down punisher, things like that. We just don't have enough finishing badges to spread it out that way. Rise Up would also be a good one since you are a 6'10 build. Honestly, I'm probably going to give us a little bit of Rise Up just because as a 6'10 build, if you're going to be in the paint at all, you're going to want Rise Up. So yeah, let's lay it out this way. This is how I'm going to leave it. I'm going to quit changing it, but this is how I'd lay out Rasheed Wallace's finishing badges. For shooting, we definitely want catch and shoot. We want Lucky 7 just because it's a good shooting badge. Hot Zone Hunter. Then we want to go Hoff Sniper, Gold Deadeye. Let's take our catch and shoot off, actually, and we'll take blinders up to silver. Catch and shoot is one of those, if you have extra badges, throw it on here, but these are definitely our essentials. Again, you could probably even take Hot Zone Hunter down to silver to give you gold blinders or Hoff Deadeye. But this is how I would lay out Rasheed Wallace's shooting badges. For playmaking, we're going to be focused on primarily, one, not turning the ball over, but also being able to make just adequate passes. So this is how I would do this. Another thing you could do is, since you are going to be shooting at times, what you could do, give yourself some quick first step. So that way, when you are in the corner, if you pump fake and they jump, you can at least quickly go to the rim to possibly get a dunk animation. So let's do it this way. Break starter, not really a necessity in this case. For defense and rebounding, we're going to go bronze rim protector. We're going to gold our rebound chaser. We're going to bronze our chase down artist and silver our box. You really don't necessarily need gold rebound chaser. It's just good for from a 2K perspective. You could do, silver intimidator, bronze box, and then gold intimidator. You could do it this way. That way, if you do get put on a stretch 4 or a guy that's not even in the paint, you don't necessarily need rebound chaser upgraded. This is going to help you, make an impact on any shots, whether it's outside of the paint or not. So let's do, this. So that's how I'd lay out the defensive badges. That being said, if someone out there has a lot more knowledge on how Rasheed Wallace plays, by all means, feel free to critique this. This is coming from what research I did. I tried to make it as accurate as I could based on the highlights I saw and the stats I've seen. I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you try this build out, please don't hesitate to comment. Let me know how it's working for you, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.